right, so more and more. Well, one thing I got to say. Let's see what type of show I get in the next couple of minutes while I'm saying these things about these idiots. Nothing. No people just all of a sudden coming out their house. Anyway, so another thing we see why no sane person would want any Democrat in charge, especially in the White House. The defund the police, right? So truckers are already speaking out, and it's funny, right? Because I was just reading maybe months ago about first of all, there's a shortage. Then they're worried about other stuff. But the reason they're speaking out, and as soon as I heard this, I didn't even have to hear the explanation because I already know what they know. They're gonna get jacked, and not just they. It ain't just because they so caring for the cargo. No, yeah, they going to these badass places. These motherfuckers. And I'm thinking that immediately, if this really would have happened to defund the police, they said they're not going nowhere near a city with a defunded police department. And you already know why. I'm talking about, I know for a fact, the whole network would be in. They would know which cut trucks are carrying what, you know what I'm saying, what's in it. Because everything in your life, everything that you use in your life, period. There's nothing that doesn't touch a truck that you use. Period. Anything, everything, everything. So electronics, just anything, cigarettes, alcohol, all of that shit, every fucking thing, food, hell, even cars. You're like, well, how? Because they're gonna have these are gonna be organized shit. I ain't talking about these little punks, gangbangers. I'm talking about fake ass gang. No, this shit gonna be organized. They would have hookups at the DMV. You know, somebody's sister or cousin, some bitch he just fucking. She got a husband, but she's so excited because she dating a real thug, and she probably even getting broke off for every stolen car they sell. You know what I'm saying? So and every that she fixes the paperwork, and you're like, that's impossible. Man, they would have. I'm telling you, this is not a fantasy. I'm not talking from movies. I'm talking about if this shit was wide open, like they think the Democrats want it, and the truck drivers are already like, nope, you defund. We're not delivering to any city with a defund, and you immediately know why. And it ain't even, it's not even that they can protect themselves. But first of all, they only got two hands. So what are they? They can't, even so what? They got two guns, but the robbers, the jackers, they gonna come with at least two truckloads or four truckloads of niggas and shit, you know, with guns. So especially if he try to fight back, he gonna get killed. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even thinking that till just now. I seen this one video that I said, you know, that's what I'm saying. What I was talking about, you don't want to vote for the. You can even say, well, that wasn't never going to happen. They were just saying defund the police. These folks were serious about defunding the police and this and that. These motherfuckers literally thought people were gonna go for it. And even if they wasn't serious, why would you even say that just to assuage, just to placate the crowd? Defund the police, oh, this is da 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 da. And like these truck drivers, like, oh, nope, ain't no way in hell. You know what I'm saying? Even if they hired a personal security company, their wages gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? Just to deliver this in it to make a delivery, their wages now half of it has to go to a trained security team, ex-military, like they're over in Iraq or some shit on a government contract. No, this shit gonna come out of their own pocket. That's just my opinion of what I just thought all that of what if they did, but basically they're not. If this shit really happens, they're just not gonna deliver. They're not gonna arm themselves. Because one, you can't, what, can you cross state lines? Or whatever, they're not, even if they are armed. Like I said, what are you gonna do? You only got two hands. Even if you bring somebody with you, so it's two of y'all. Y'all got, even if y'all got five, y'all got a truckload of guns. I'm talking about in the cab. You can't shoot them all at once. Who do you go? Oh, there go one. I knew he would come out. He didn't come out. He just opened. He closed it real quick. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? You let these fools, idiots, and one thing they're saying, a lot of them are leaving, right? These cities, and people are worried because just like California, the lunatics that are leaving California and going to other cities, they're saying, yeah, but the reason that is nobody's like, oh yeah, that's great, come on to our city. They're like, no, because you're gonna bring your politics with you and vote the same way you voted in California. And I'm like, really? That's kind of a simple answer. Y'all just got to get the word out that y'all just got to get up off your duff also and get out and vote. That's all that means. They come and try to overrun your city and start voting in their people and voting in their policies. You can't just be quiet. You can't just let your 18-year-old, your 16-year-old, 17-year-old. You really got to get them active. They don't want to hear, oh, I don't care about all that. No, you better. You saw what happened in California, right? You know what I'm saying? You want these lunatics, you know what I'm saying, coming to your city, voting in their people, and telling you can't say this and you can't do this, but I can say and do what I want to do. And then they're going to play victim. Shit, you better explain to your child. Hell, matter of fact, when they 5 and 6. So if all these fucking lunatic liberals start moving to your city from Minneapolis, California, and all of this shit, where all these nut jobs live, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta argue with them in city council when they start trying to run for city council and da 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 da. And you're like, well, if it's the business owners, because there's a lot of our business owners whose shit got burned down and they're moving. So they're like, fuck this. I've been here since, one of them, he said he been there since the 80s, right? And he in the inner city, he had like 50 people working for that. So that's 50 jobs, right? In the city. And he leaving because he's like, y'all burnt my shit down. He's leaving, you know, moving his business elsewhere. But people are saying, just like I'm thinking, like, you voted for all that nonsense. You, for all these years, I'm pretty sure you're a business owner in the inner city. You probably even know, and I don't mean just know in passing. You know a lot of the politicians over the decades that run your fucking inner city, Minneapolis, where this one guy they were focusing on. Now his feelings hurt. It's like, you voted for these idiots all these years. So you gonna go somewhere else. That's good. You a job creator. You taking jobs and bringing them somewhere else, putting food on the table. And I don't mean like these idiots putting food on the table, by stealing money and taking money from other people and putting food. You know what I'm saying? That's how these niggas think. No, he putting food on the table by letting a nigga like that get a fucking job so he can feel like a fucking man and feed his son that's walking behind him, instead of coming to me or somebody else thinking that we're supposed to be feeding him and his son for free. No, nigga, get a fucking, quit voting for these fucking idiots trying to sell you a fucking dream. So, yeah, you got to tell them, hey, you can bring your business, but, you can't be voting for these same retards you voted for that got your shit burned down, that didn't do anything to stop it. Like he said, now you're crying. They didn't help us. They just left us alone. They burned down our business. Yeah, you're his business. He's, I guess, sole proprietor, wasn't a corporation. They burned down my company, and I've been here since like 86. Yeah, time to go. Rebuild somewhere else. But don't bring your fucking liberal lunatic policies to other cities. It goes back, like I said, why they so mad at Trump about the China thing, because that's where they was getting the money from. All of them robbing all of us. They, China and the Democrats. He like with the Republican. I'm not arguing with. We're not. This is not argue time. Why do you want to argue? Because you know something. You're only arguing because you know something. Hell, that's where the free food, the food on the table, without you having to work. That's where that little bit, you rather fight for them scraps for free, I guess, so you can smoke blunts and sit at home and just wait on your check and, you know, and then be mad at everybody else because you driving a little car like that. But the other people who want to go to work and going to work, they got better things, especially since we voting for people that's bringing the jobs back and shit. So we're going to have even more money. So you gonna be sitting at home mad as fuck because you ain't even got a car. You're on the bus. Oh, y'all don't care that you putting us down. Nobody putting you down. And we just told you, come on and join us. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. I already told you the secret. Told you how to get in. It ain't hard. You gonna feel better. Yeah, but don't try them because we gonna tell immediately. As soon as you open your mouth, if you full of shit, if you full of games, once you say, you're gonna tell on yourself. You can't help it. You can't tell me what to do. Why would you even say all? You know what? Bye. See you. Have a nice day. But shit, let's see what else comes about. I knew, but yeah, so if I get another story I want to talk about, let's see, it's going to be some kind of show. They're going to start walking around, you got the dude with the dreads and his little boy, like I said, see, they using the little kids. They really still think little kids are gonna make us be like, oh, you know what, y'all were right to tear up all the cities. So what you tore up his future? You so fucking stupid. You such a good father. You supporting his future being burned down. You a piece of shit, dude.